It seemed like he was like somebody of importance, right?
Yes, and he was traveling alone besides his captives. So he may still be doing so.
Have you ever heard of calisthenics?
Kinning says, that sounds like some newfangled orc shit to me.
Well, you seem to me like you've got a lot of nervous energy that's going to get us all killed, and like you really need to work that off with some sort of exercises.
Are you talking to Auburn?
Whoever said we need to go hunt down that hobgoblin?
That was Auburn.
Yeah.
Seeing that this is going nowhere, and that his
also
piece has
Auburn
been
has
said,
Auburn has one leg, by the way.
Yeah, you do a lot of exercise with your arms. You're the one making this weird.
Seeing that this is just going in circles,
like a person with one leg.
Poor Vel is like, all right, I've had my input. You know what I think? I'm gonna design a trap for the door.
A trap for the door?
Yeah.
Let's just make a little moat.
Well, no, what I'm thinking, because we have some short spears, is that if it's opened the wrong way, and we make sure that everyone knows the right way to open it, it swings down.
Like almost like a mouse trap.
Exactly. But
that's a possibility.
He's not even there for it, like for that statement. He's walked off. He's checking out like the gate stuff, all of that stuff. Like he's back in the zone.
All right. Auburn then says, let's actually spend a few days then making sure that this place is as prepared as possible. And let's hope they don't find us, because we could use that element of surprise.
It may be only a matter of time before the hobgoblin finds my tracks and is able to pick them back up again.
Were you trying to be stealthy out there?
I was trying to get away from their patrol. He was dogging me for quite a long time. So my efforts at stealth were mostly concerned with keeping as far away and as quickly as I could.
Well, at least you made it and you survived. What about the other two captives that were with you? Do you know anything about Coriel and Daryl? You said his name was?
I escaped while they were fighting the mount that was dragging them. I left when the hobgoblin noticed they were up to their tomfoolery trying to kill the thing. Well, if he didn't kill me and us right away when we were first captured, I don't think he wants to kill them yet, so he's probably kept them alive.
But why would he keep them alive? Just making slaves.
That's also a very loose definition of tomfoolery.
Apparently were very valuable to them.
Oh, the bounty notices.
Yes. I'd show you one, but it's gone now.
No, we've seen them before, too.
What are we worth, by the way?
100 gold a head was the last notice I saw.
Oh, man, maybe we should start collecting the heads of our dead.
Jet looks at you horribly and says, are you out of your mind?
No, we need resources to survive.
That's the resource, but that's the people trying to kill us.
Yeah. What better poetic irony than to have them pay for our survival unwittingly?
I love it so much.
Kinning actually laughs and says, I actually like this plan. So are you going to collect all the heads of the dead and go yourself?
I mean, they don't know who I am, and I'm not exactly human. It might work.
Kinning laughs and says, you know what? It might be worth considering. And Jet's like horrified by this, by the way. Auburn's not too fond of it either. We already, because you already buried the two bodies. Exhuming them and then decapitating them to bring their heads is not necessarily something that they want to do.
I mean, they already died. We sent their spirits off to the other world. You said the words. All they're doing now is feeding the worms.
I did, but that would lead to almost a desecration of them, no? I don't know who you worship or how you worship.
Again, you've
around here,
already sent them off. They're not here anymore.
Who do you worship, by the way?
It's not important.
No, this is the GM asking.
Okay, out of character. Okay, because I wouldn't want to answer in character.
Why,
Hold
is
on.
it somebody really bad?
Zan Kuthan?
Yeah, that's somebody that's really bad.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it in character, so.
Oh god. Oh god.
I'm in it for the pain.
What's your alignment?
God, I can't keep bringing up the sheet. Well, the problem is that I did the alignment on the thing where it starts from like neutral, so I'm chaotic neutral.
Alright, you're chaotic neutral. Okay.
Remember, I went through that the character background thing where you made all those choices, and the choices gave you points, and use the points to dictate your alignment, and it starts from like neutral.
That's surprising because like Zonkathan is lawful evil.
Yeah, it's just very hard to get because evil is on the far side. You got to put a lot of points in. It took a lot of points to get to chaotic. I was never going to be able to reach chaotic and evil, or lawful and evil. It was going to be neutral evil or chaotic neutral. So I decided to go.
I appreciate the chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
It actually fits your character.
You have to gather so many points in that background thing to get to the far end. And
I can see why you. I can see. All right.
It's hard to be a reasonable person and get that many points.
Oh man, I should probably figure out what everybody's alignment is if we keep going forward. But I think everybody else is like chaotic good or chaotic neutral or everything. So it's a very chaotic party. It feels like.
I'm pretty sure I'm chaotic neutral.
Yeah, obviously we're in it for ourselves and we're willing to swing the law alignment around.
Usually I ignore alignment, but in some cases in this world it is important. This would be one of those. Aubryn looks very hesitant to let you do this plan. What can you do to convince her?
I mean, it doesn't have to be immediate. Come up, we can discuss it for the period. I mean, we're not super hurt for the resources at the moment. So.
I know, but this would still require a roll if you want to actually go ahead with this plan.
Sure, let's hit diplomacy again.
Alrighty.
So, +0, so it's literally hand to fate. Yep.
Yeah, she's not really into it. Yeah, she's not really into it. She says, if we're really that desperate, maybe, but by then I think the bodies will be decomposed enough.
I said, it was just a thought. It's a resource that's available to us.
Kinnig says, for what it's worth, I like that thought. Maybe if somebody else dies, we'll just cut off their head and we can send you out there. And I mean, Jet, at this point, Jet walks off. She seems disgusted.
I mean, at the same time, it would also be a way to figure out if I'm able to go out there and negotiate deals with people without being seen as a citizen of the area.
Why not?
Because I mean, I like roll up my sleeve and I show I've been branded as a clan member of a different house of orcs. So it's like, I mean, quite obviously I can get by on not being from around here.
Actually, Aubryn actually says maybe you can actually get the scouting in for us. You know, walk freely in the woods there, maybe find where these troglodyte caves are without them like molesting you or anything like that. Maybe they won't even care. Maybe
God,
just think you're
I don't want them to molest me.
Not in that way.
That has to be the worst punishment, troglodyte molestation.
They might give you the stink finger.
I mean, every finger is a stink finger.
Pretty much. And she actually says, like, do you think that's a possibility though, that you can maybe find them and like pretend you're part of their army?
This far south, I mean, that would be a hard sell, and as you've seen, I'm not that great with the diplomacy.
Mm.
I mean, we are pretty far south from the Horde.
The Horde's not going to attack us too, right? Oh God! And like she just had an epiphany. Like, what if they like sweep so far north they actually ally with the Hordes and Belskin?
I mean, they'd have to go pretty far north.
We still don't know. We're just completely blind in the forest here. All right. Well, I guess we'll have to think about what our next steps are. But for the next couple of days, let's just continue with what we were doing here. How's that sound?
Like I said, if we don't make ourselves known, then we remain an unknown.
As the conversation dies out, and so I'm assuming for like the next like 2 or 3 days, we're just gonna go through like building roles and survival roles and all that stuff. Is that about right?
I know on my end, I would be continuing working on the building of the structures. Next day would be finishing the huts and the walkway
It's
on the
gonna take
wall.
for the huts. It's gonna take you more than a day. It's probably
Oh,
gonna take
oh,
you a week.
100%. Like so the previous day was the framework for the walkways on the wall and for the huts. Just the basic framework for those huts.
Okay,
Next day
okay.
would be getting the walkways done, then turning attention to more to the huts.
How many huts, by the way?
How many people were here?
How many people do we have?
That's a good question. How many we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16,
Uh,
including 16 plus you three, so 19.
19. Okay, so that would be looking at 9 huts.
What are your numbers?
Effectively divide by 2, so we can sleep in shifts.
Yeah, so 10 huts.
No, we make them big enough that one of the huts has 3 people.
Why don't you just make 10 huts and have them be 2 people per hut, with one hut has 1 person?
All right.
I mean, we're working with 10,000 square feet.
It's true.
What's the average size of a hut?
I mean, they don't have to be big. People are just sleeping in them.
Oh yeah, they're simply designed for sleeping. Like any storage or anything like that will be in the cave and its own thing.
I mean, you could even build
And
the huts in front of the cave, so that way the cave, the cold of the cave blows out towards the huts, so the huts are warm from the sun on one side, cooled by the cave on the backside.
Absolutely.
I mean, if we're even that lucky, you could put windows in them, and if we're in an east-west facing, the wind might blow.
a
Natural
question.
filtration.
No, that's actually pretty brilliant, but I do have a question.
Yep.
With the huts that you're trying to make and whatnot, it's literally just, I'm assuming it's going to be like a one room thing where you have a doorway.
One
And
room, 2 exits.
all right, how does that look? So I know.
You have the one room.
Uh-huh.
You have one side that you can tie, another side that you can tie.
So there's basically 2 doorways.
100%.
There you go.
Okay.
There's a sketch. I don't know why it looks like I drew it in charcoal.
All right, that's perfectly fine. And I'm assuming it's going to be like a standard, like a nomadic style hut and all that stuff.
No, 'cause I don't think we have water to make a nomadic hut.
What it will be? It will be a similar structure to a tent or a lean-to.
Okay.
where it will support itself, but you don't have to have like super heavy framework throughout the entire thing to do it, and then it's just nailed to the ground. Because then when it gets cold, it'll freeze to it.
Okay. I'm going to show you a picture. Is this similar to what you're making or no? I'm just trying to visualize what 10 of these would look like.
Mhm.
So there's actually two pictures I'm going to show you. This is the first one. Now, obviously, it's not the same materials, but
Right idea.
or is it
However-
closer? Is it closer to this?
Yeah, let's see the second one.
Because these are the first two results.
Closer to that.
Closer to the second one. Okay, so now I have a
Closer
visual.
to the second one. Because like we don't need to do everything involved with the first one. Because we can just set it into motion where once it freezes, the winter, like the temperature does the rest of the work.
Okay.
So I was thinking something more like that.
That's more like a log cabin.
No, those aren't logs.
Oh, they're not? Oh, they look like it.
I'm
No,
thinking
that's
if
like
we have to
thatch.
stay, yeah, like if we have to stay here longer, then that.
I mean, also, you're
Well,
saying that's
for
like a log cabin. Yeah, everything we're building is out of logs. So
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Cabins, baby. No, I'm completely fine with. So depending on the role, I think that will be the high end. Of what it is, depending on the role.
Okay, so now that I have a visual of what we're doing, and if you want to show people on the stream what it looks like, so they know what the hell we're talking about.
I mean, you can drag and drop an image onto the map. That would do the same thing.
I'll be honest, I just didn't want to do it. Hold on a second. How come it's not letting me drag it? There. Did it come up?
Nope. Not unless you dragged it a part of the map I'm not looking at.
No, I just dragged it and plopped it in.
But yeah, no, I was
All right,
thinking of
whatever.
something like a more modern log cabin, but not like a full-on log cabin.
Well, regardless, the huts that you're making, like those, the framework is fine, but it's going to take you maybe like
Oh, would we be able to
day
make
and a
them
half.
fireproof?
Not unless if you have like fireproof materials.
Well, no,
Hold
you make
on.
it by setting them on fire first, and then you burn the wood, and then you like douse it so that it's harder to catch on fire a second time.
So you basically like petrified wood.
No, that is a different thing, and it would take considerably longer to petrify wood.
The process is you get what you're using, and you put it over fire and get it to the point where the outside chars, and then you scrape it off.
Ah, okay.
If we're thinking the same thing.
That sounds like what I was thinking of, so I'm going to say yes.
If you do that, it will take longer to build these.
Right, but somebody couldn't just hurl.
I'd rather take longer.
Somebody couldn't just hurl a flammable material over our palisades and burn our people alive in their sleep. So yeah, that's preferable.
Yep.
You can. I mean, all right. It'll take you maybe like 2 to 3 days per hut. So if you're trying to build 10 of it, it'll be like 3 days a hut.
A month.
Yeah, if you want to get the full 10.
So like that's the thing. We can still do makeshift tents until they're all done, but we need to worry about surviving through the winter and dealing with if we're discovered. So I'm completely willing to take that time.
Oh, we should also probably dig a fire pit in the middle of each hut for warmth, and then have a ventilation on the top for the smoke to escape. You know, one of those
that'll be included.
Yeah, one of those crosshatch things with the vent holes across the top, So you have like a little elevated roof where the smoke collects and just out the sides.
Yep, and they will be dug a little bit into the ground as well, so there is more space than what it looks like. Yeah, like that's very much a project. That's the first thing. This is what Forvel was trying to
Okay,
do. It's
so
just
now-
where we were that he wanted to use the forest and trees versus being.
So now I need you to do me a favor. I need you to roll your craft. What are you doing, Anton? For like, this is for 2 days worth of stuff. So I'm assuming Forvel, you're just doing craft. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, you finally got a 1. Good.
Finally.
All right, we'll get to that one. Anton, what are you doing for those 2 days?
I could certainly help with the construction, especially any moving parts that Forvel is thinking of making.
Okay. You have craft as well, right?
Yes.
Please roll your craft.
I mean, everybody has craft. I think it's one of the things you had to start with, wasn't it?
It's one of the things I gave everybody.
Yeah, craft and
to start
profession.
with, yeah. Yeah.
What's everyone's
Now this-
profession? Yours is educator, and what's Anton's?
Locksmith.
Locksmith. That's right. You said that before.
And what's yours?
My profession? Mercenary.
Makes sense.
What was
Locksmith might be able to help with the trapped door idea.
What was your craft is mechanics? Okay. My craft is Fletcher. I make arrows.
I mean, you could start making arrows if you want.
No, I do hunting on the days.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for those hunting, please. And Arcloid, roll one more time for the craft.
The worst hunting yet.
And King, roll one more time for the survival. You don't come back with much. You only you catch like a small badger.
Can it be a
worth, like,
Wolverine
one-
instead?
Sure, fuck it. You catch a small Wolverine that's worth 1 provision point.
Oh man, this Wolverine's tongue tastes like foot.
I actually do have a question. Would Kinning also be potentially making rolls for the huts?
If you like, I can do that.
Absolutely.
Looks like our hunting group all failed.
Yeah, the past couple of days have been very lean. It seems like a lot of the animals have moved out of this area because of the noise in the building.
Thank God we had a backlog of successful days.
Yeah.
True.
So you have Kinning who's doing help with you?
Yep.
Well, Kinning's craft, I believe, is very specific as well. Technically, like, I gotta be honest, we have really been very loose on the crafting.
Well, I think we're just being by the fact he uses like all 3 of his spell slots on a day to do his crafting, so we don't really need to be loose. It's just once a day
Like,
he's
that's
really good.
So, like, my specialization within the world of crafting is making scrolls. However, there is still the background skill of understanding crafting.
Yeah.
This is why I keep making the joke that all of our crafted stuff all looks like spell scrolls.
I'm fine with that if that's what you want to look like. She's helping you, but you know, you're getting some token help from her mainly because she's been trying to split her attention to make sure that the frames of the huts are good and that the palisades are good. Anton, because of your mechanical expertise, Kinning actually does recruit you to help with like a makeshift pit trap or the mousetrap idea that was given out for the front door.
Excellent.
And she does spend some time with that, and within 2 days you do create a trap. Now, I'm assuming it's gonna how big is it's gonna be a 4x4 square.
Mhm.
So a 4x4 section for where the gate would be. And from that trap, it's basically anything that gets close to the front door, if they step on the wrong section of the square there or like touch the door in the wrong way, like you pointed out, the trap will basically splat on them as quickly as it can, almost like a mouse trap.
So what it's going to be is if the door is opened by being pushed in,
Yeah,
it'll go.
sure.
Does
now
that
here's
also
the thing.
imply that only 2 people at a time can walk in the gate simultaneously?
No, that's how big the gate is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
No.
say a 2x2 square, which would be what, a 5 foot by 5 foot, 10 foot by 10 foot.
Well, I'm assuming the gate is that. How big is the thing that you're using for the gate? I should have asked that.
It would have just given us it's whatever the size of the cave entrance was, because we built it to fit that and then just transposed it.
Actually, with that, it's slightly bigger. It would be a 4x2.
I was
4x2?
only asking because I was concerned about scenarios of evacuation or if we needed to get a wagon through the gate entrance.
Yeah, 4x2 would be the size then, if it's based off the cave entrance that you're at.
Dope.
Because it is like the opening to the cave is pretty wide. So I'm gonna retcon what I said. With pushing in the gate, it would be just the first 4. It would be like just like a 4x1 trap that would go down. Okay.
How does it work? You push the
4
gate
by-
in, and then what happens?
You push the gate in, and like it's like almost like a mousetrap coming down on you.
But what's the
Short
triggering
spears.
device? What's the triggering device? What happens? You push it open, and then that activates what?
You're gonna have to tell me, but can you give me like 2 minutes, please?
Yeah, let us figure it out while you take your headset off.
Yeah, because I'll be right back.
All right, you push it open, and what happens?
You push it open and then it hits a spot from being moved in, which triggers it to drop.
It hits a spot. I'm not following. What
So
spot?
like the trigger is built in to once the door is pushed past
Okay.
it
Are you
clicks,
saying like
and it drops.
there's ropes on either side of the? Wait, is this a swing in like gate? Like what was the? What's the Miyazaki movie with the forest? The forest and the Princess Mononoke. Is it that same gate where he just pushes it and it goes swings up and down?
I've never seen Princess Mononoke.
Well, you heathen. Is it a swing up and down gate?
No. It is not. It is a gate.
Okay. So is there like ropes attached to it that pull out the floor if it's opened the wrong way?
Not the floor. Pull down.
Because you guys were saying a pit trap. That's why I'm trying to figure out how the floor
pit trap.
goes away.
In that case, yeah. If they did it as pit trap, yeah. The idea was ceiling, but pit trap works.
So I'm just trying to figure out the mechanism of the gate.
That's actually super simple then. There's a lock on either side where if it's opened in, it pushes off the lock that keeps the floor held up.
Because my only worry there is that it's a loose floor and too much weight could make it just collapse on itself.
Fair enough.
If a lock is just keeping it held tight.
That's why I think in the ceiling would be best.
That something falls on them. Well, are we thinking like the gate area is some sort of like arch? You know how on like medieval castle entrances they have the what do you call it? The murder zone.
Yeah.
Where you have those little slits and you have archers.
Very small, like a very very small version of it. Yeah.
Right.
But
So
like,
you're imagining there's like a storage area on top with like spike drops.
Yes. 100%. Yeah.
Or you just have a log tied to a bunch of rope and put a bunch of spikes on the log and just swings through.
It's effectively that with a trigger. So for the trap,
Here's resources you use. You need at least 4 spears.
done.
You need some rope.
We have that.
You need some mechanical bits.
That will be an interesting one.
We have a bunch of heavy
do.
crossbows that we're not using.
Oh, we do have heavy crossbows that we can get it from.
You're gonna like break down crossbows for it.
Yeah. Crossbows have gears
Alright.
and locking mechanisms.
With with Anton's craft skill, he actually can break down at least 1 crossbow, and you can get the necessary parts you need.
Perfect. And as for the actual thing, pit trap is probably not the direction that we would make it. It would probably be notched into like the ceiling part
Okay.
to swing down.
Okay.
Because then it's also super simple. It's also a very understood process of resetting it too.
All right, that's perfectly fine. I will need definitely, if it's possible, if you said you have incarnate, because I have Wonder Draft and I'm
Yeah,
usually
I have
good at making
incarnate.
larger maps, not smaller ones like that. So
yeah, no, I can take care of that.
yeah, because we're actually going to need that. Because on the second day, one of the hunters does come back bruised, and you notice why. You notice that he actually has a javelin sticking out of his not sticking out of him, but like a wound, what looks like a javelin, grazed across his chest.
Well, it's amazing that he only got bruised then.
I mean, he's like bleeding, and he's like, "Hurry, they're behind me, please."
You idiot! Why did you lead him back here?
And
You could have led them away. You've put everyone's lives in danger. There's a child here.
do you see the map?
Yeah.
Can you please place your tokens
Is this
on this side?
Actually, no, it wouldn't matter. I've been focusing on building, so I am out of spells.
Yeah, this is second day afternoon as the hunters are coming back.
Yeah.
Where are we placing our tokens on here?
Left-hand side.
On the left side.
Perfect. I see.
Nobody understands sacrifice.
My roommate just came home.
Yeah, no, I didn't figure you were just talking to yourself.
Yeah. You should see 2 troglodytes and a lizard. Am I correct?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll just do it with the 3 of you.
Well, crossbows don't add your strength mod, do they?
Crossbow?
Say that again?
No, I don't think they do.
No, I don't. No, crossbows don't have a strength mod.
We gonna kill some troglodytes today.
Yeah, we have to. If they get away, this is all for naught.
we're on the same page with that. So
That's why I'm really upset that the guy didn't run a different direction or sacrifice his life for the greater good.
I mean, to be fair, why would he notice that?
Notice what? I'm
Why
saying
would he do that? Why would he do that?
to save the children.
you're also dealing with a marauding orc not from this area. So his logic is probably not the same as everyone else is here.
No, I'm aware.
Well, I'm just saying that these people, they want to be safe, but they also want to strike back, and they also want to, put everyone else's lives at danger when their life is immediately in danger.
People want to fight back. They're kind of gung ho about it.
Yeah, but the instant that they get attacked, they run back to the safety of everyone else, putting everybody else's lives in danger, and the risk of everything we worked for the last, God, what, half a month now?
Fair enough.
This is why this needs to be a dictatorship and not a council.
You've had like multiple chances of like assigning a leader.
Yeah, I know. Me and Forville got into that fight, and I said I don't want to be the leader, so I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm just here to call people out on their mistakes.
I actually like that characterization. Okay, we ready?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get some battle music on, at least just for you guys, because I know we can't play it on the stream. Okay, so top of the order would be King. You are out of you're out of the palisades, obviously. So you see coming from the woods two troglodytes, one what looks like a large monitor lizard.
God, I wish this thing had extra slots so I could list all my rages and shit. Movement. I can. Okay, I start raging as a free action. So let me put that up like this.
Yep.
There we go. 14. I have 14 rages left. And running is a full action, right?
Yes. So you could
Yeah.
just charge in on them if you want.
I can get to right here without incurring an op attack, right?
Right where? Yes, I think you can. Let me double check.
Well, I just mean that moving from in front of him to next to him is not running away from him or whatever.
Yeah, there's no op attack on that. You're good.
Alright, then I am done.
The lizard is going to go next, though, and it's going to try and bite you in the face.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how many temporary hit points I have.
And of course it crits.
Yeah, well, no, that's not a crit confirm. That's a failed crit confirm.
All right, so I believe it is only the 16.
No, it's 11. 16
Oh,
would be if you did crit me.
Okay, fair enough. 11 then. It is piercing. It is now. It's trying to grab you, and then we'll get to the poison in a second. So for the grapple now, what's your CMD?
Hold on one sec. I'm just trying to. I think I have 4 temporary hit points, and then a damage resistance of just 1 at the moment. So that reduces the damage down to 6. So I'm at 18 hit points. Sorry,
Okay.
now what was the question again?
CMD?
I
I don't think it matters. I think it misses.
Yeah, I have a CMD of 15 for the future.
Okay. And now the poison, because its bite, it secretes venom into you. I need you to make a fortitude save.
Alright, let me just double check. Sorry, this is... I think it's my endurance that covers this. Swim checks, constitution checks, running, non-lethal damage for forced march, hold your breath, starvation of thirst, hot and cold, suffocation. All right, it's not endurance. Isn't
Are you
die hard.
basically saying that you are immune to all this shit?
No. Well, no. I get bonuses. That's why I have a +4 bonus to all those things. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks now, so I'm just trying to.
While that is being looked up, I actually have a very simple question.
Go for it.
With my intelligence modifier, I have bonus spell slots.
Yes.
I'm guessing I have to have spells be able to naturally cast spells of that level to get those, correct?
Yes, and they would also have to
Perfect.
be prepared because you're a pure wizard. So
Yep, nope, that's not a problem.
All
Yep,
right, I see nothing for poison. What's the DC?
fortitude
14.
14.
I'm good.
You're fine. Yeah. The poison does not affect you at all.
I mean, I am Constitution based, so that's helpful.
Anton.
All right. If there was a spare short bow in the equipment list, I've got that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to run up there.
I believe the short bow I believe the spare short bow was given to Perry, the kid. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what was said.
All right.
there is light crossbows. There is regular
If there's a light
longbows.
crossbow, then I'll use that. But first, let's. Well, I'm gonna assume that King is gonna kill that thing, or should I try to kill it?
I mean, that's up to you.
All right, I'm gonna do a fight on it.
Faint on the monitor lizard.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I think you're good. The lizard cannot beat you, even with if it rolls, but we'll try.
All right.
Yeah, he cannot beat you. So you do have you do have basically a sneak attack bonus on that thing, so you're good.
Okay, that's my turn down. I'm gonna have him stay right where he is.
Are you going to move at all, or you're just going to stay there?
No,
You
I'll move
just said
closer.
I actually just asked that as you said. I'm going to stay where I am.
Yeah, stay where I am for now.
Forvel.
All right. I'm going to move up to here. Yep. And if someone gets within range, if I can, I'll hold one of my telekinetic fist attacks because I'm just out of range to actually hit anybody.
Roger that.
That's my turn.
Okay, so now the troglodytes go. Let's see. Well, they both are carrying javelins at the moment. So what they're gonna, and they have their things. One of them is gonna move up here, and it's gonna chuck
Boom.
its javelin at you, and you're gonna punch it in the face.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and do so. That misses,
Of course it does.
but so does his javelin.
He wasn't
So now there's
expecting to
like
get hit in the face.
the javelin just like flies past your head. This one with his javelin doesn't throw it, but it is going to come in and try and stab King. And also, King, right next to you right now is the stench of this damn thing. In fact, technically everybody's hit by the stench now. Or I think the only one that's not hit is Anton.
Oh, that's right, because the other one's right there. Yeah, Anton's
Yeah,
out of range,
so
but Forvel is.
I need a fortitude save from Forvel and King, please.
What's the DC?
DC for these guys is 12.
I'm good.
Nope.
All right, Forvel, you are now sickened.
I am. He just threw a javelin at my head. I'm a kid. Why would you do that?
Not that kind of sickened.
Like I said, you need the bladed bolas.
Bladed bolas would be nice right now.
Apparently, I've actually got bolas on me.
Do you really?
And that's big pair of Brett. No, I'm joking. I do have bolas though. Apparently, I have masterwork bola. I must have looted it off somebody
Probably.
because it's right next to a citron gem.
Or is that going in party loot? Or are you keeping that?
Yeah, no. If I write it down on my sheet, it's something that I looted and I'm keeping.
Yep.
Okay. Sicken, by the way, -2 penalty on all attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability
I've already
checks.
added it to the sheet.
Just letting you know. So second
Add
one.
me thicket.
So second troglodyte with the javelin, just going to try and stab you in the face, King. And
Oh, what do you know? That hits. I'm joking.
It misses at point blank range. It is your turn, by the way.
Yeah, what is this thing again? Below me?
It is a monitor lizard.
I'm going to attack the monitor lizard. Only because it came so close to critting me that I feel like it's clearly the more dangerous object. Oh, wow. Anyway.
Jesus Christ. Everybody's rolling like shit, except the monitor lizard, apparently. Let's see.
Yeah, it got close. It did a fair amount of damage to me.
Jesus Christ. 10.
Yeah, but I have DR1, so 9, which is
It cannot.
9.
It cannot poison you again because you already made the save.
Critted the save.
But yes, but you will. It will attempt to grab you again.
Yep. 15, I think, is the number you're trying to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Like I said, clearly it's the more dangerous opponent. It's one to attack.
Anton.
Alright, shoot the monitor lizard. I don't like it.
Alright, and I believe you do get the sneak attack bonus on it?
Yep.
Go for it. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll the extra d6. Not bad. You bug bite it a little bit, and you get a good shot right in its side. You see your bolt like sticking out of its scales. Forvel.
All right. I'm going to attempt again to hit the guy that just threw a sharp, pointy stick at me.
All right.
Nope.
That's a no. The troglodyte pulls out what looks like a club and just like rushes in on you, Forvel.
Like I have a +4 to this roll.
Yeah, I have a +5 to mine, and so I didn't do much better than that.
Like
I can't help you. I'm so sorry.
Anybody remember when Anton claimed to be a frontline fighter?
The club misses, by the way. I'm assuming the 8 does not hit.
It does not.
The other one still has its javelin out. And now, Anton, I believe you are within 30 feet, so can you please roll a fortitude save?
Well, what kind of save?
Fortitude.
Fortitude, because you can smell this troglodyte like almost like a mile away. Yeah, you are now sickened by the stench of the troglodyte. Which is -2 penalty to attacks and damage. Oh, no, just attacks, excuse me.
What is the...
And skill checks and all that other stuff.
What's the duration?
Technically, the duration...
It says the duration of the second condition is given in the creature's descriptive text.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have that here.
That's amazing. That's a good catch.
Ah. 4 rounds. So, we'll do that one for the first round retroactively. So that was on Forvel. This one's for you, Anton.
Okay.
1 round. All right. So, Forvel, you got 3 more rounds of that condition on you, okay?
Got it.
Troglodyte is going to stab you. Javelin, 19. Does that hit?
Nope.
Never mind.
That was 19 before, but I put a ring on it.
You know what? You liked it.
Would have been sweeter with an amulet, but whatever.
King, your turn.
Yep, I'm gonna try swinging at this toad thing again.
The toad thing? You mean the monitor lizard?
Yep, and I believe Axe to Grind comes into play here, so I'm the only one threatening it. So,
Yes, it does.
+1 damage, 7 slashing.
Nice. You cut deep into its back hide. You just like flaying off scales off the creature.
Oh, I forgot to mark off. It's been 2 turns now, so
Yeah, you're at 12.
yeah.
The lizard will attempt to fight back, and it misses. Anton.
All right. Well, this 2-on-1 bullshit. It's not flying, so I'm going to do another bluff on that guy, on the monitor lizard.
Remember, you do have a -2 penalty on this hit. Are you doing another feint, or are you going to try and shoot it?
Feint.
Okay, go ahead.
I put the -2 in there. That's what I
Then
did.
I think you're good, because I don't think it can do anything to stop you. Yeah, you got the feint on it. It is a little bit distracted.
Oh shit! You know what?
Yeah.
Sorry, that 19 before does hit me.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, I forgot. While I'm raging, I have -2 armor class, so I have an armor class of 18. Nothing else before would have hit me, but that would. So I will go ahead and mark off 5. 4. I'll mark off 4 for damage reduction.
I was going to say 4 for the DR.
Yeah.
So you're okay.
Wait, do I get sneak attack for having a friend next to you when I'm shooting?
Say it again.
Do I get sneak attack for having a friend next to what I'm shooting? I know D&D 5 gives you that rule. I don't know if it's in this system or not.
Only if you flank.
Okay,
And we're
so
not.
it's a good thing I did that. Okay.
You'd have to circle down to the south of the map. Or you could move 1 up and flank... No, never mind. That's the wrong people. You could flank Forvel.
If you move down here, you can probably flank. You can start flanking pretty much most.
Yeah,
of the
you have to
people
get
on
down
the
to
field.
like right here to flank the toad. Or you could switch sides, move up, and flank Forvel.
You could.
Well, after getting rid of everything that was taken by the hobgoblins, I now have full speed.
Yep. So you can move.
Move there and then.
All right. Forvel, your turn.
All right. Come on. Like, this should hit.
Ooh. No, not enough.
How many more
I'm not
attempts do
even
you have?
4. I'm not even describing them until I hit 1.
That's fine.
Doesn't happen until you describe it.
Troglodyte's actually gonna try and bite you in the face, Forvel. Just so you know.
I need that.
15.
I'm pretty sure that does hit. Yeah.
Just 3 damage. So it tries to bite you in the face. It actually nibbles one of your ears.
Oh man, like elves
Oh,
do.
that's creepy.
Not- The other one still has the javelin out. It's still going to try and stab you, King. 8. Yeah, never mind. It's your turn, by the way.
You're also taking down the timers on the sickness, right?
I hope so.
got 2 left.
Anton should be done, and Forvel has 2 left.
I didn't know who's keeping track of it, so I just wanted to remind. Alright, I swing again at the toad. Oh,
I like how you keep calling the thing a fucking toad.
defensive attack, which is what, +2 to AC, but it's a minus something to the attack, right?
I believe so.
Minus
yes.
4 to the attack, is it?
If you're attacking defensively, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, -4 penalty to the attack.
What's the action called?
You get a +2 to your fighting
Attacking
defensively or attacking defensively.
Fighting defensively.
Negative. Yeah, it's either or. -4 to attack, +2 to your AC.
Right. -4 penalty on melee attacks, +2 dodge bonus to your armor class. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to reduce my chances to hit, but it'll give me my full AC, which is
Go for it.
probably important right now. So
Are you
whatever
almost dead already?
well, I'm almost at 0, but that's like halfway to dead for me. Yeah, so whatever I roll here, -4. Which wasn't going to hit to begin with, so I don't feel bad.
No, it was not. It was not going to hit.
And let me count down my thing. 11. There we go.
The lizard can only do one thing. And miss.
Yep.
Anton.
All right. Let's make good on my earlier promise and shoot the monitor.
All right.
Oh, that's right. It's a monitor lizard, right?
Yes.
Not a horny toad, like I was thinking.
I don't know where you got a hornitoad from. That's a miss, Anton.
Generally not paying attention, I guess.
To be fair, you do that a lot.
I got a lot of shit to keep track of on my sheet because I got a lot of moving parts to this character.
I know. That's a miss, Anton. Are you moving?
Yeah.
I've played a lot of characters in the past where I've forgotten important aspects and died because of it, so I'm really trying to focus on my own character sheet.
Understandable. Forvel.
All right. Forvel is going to try again. You know what? He's going to try and telekinetic shin kick.
There you go. That's a hit.
See, you described it, and something happened.
I will test that theory next round. Yeah, so 100%. If that was one action, I take the equivalent of dodge.
Okay. So that gives you a little bonus for any retaliation. It is going to attempt to hit you.
Oh, is that thing you can do? Can you do them separately? Can you attack and then... Can you do those separately? Can you attack then dodge?
I don't know. If I can, I'll do it. If not, I've already set it.
No, I'm asking because that would really help me out. That way I'm not taking a -4 and then getting the AC.
Okay, dodge is not the name of it because dodge is a feat in the game.
Mm-hmm.
What I assumed you were fighting defensively.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So what are you actually talking about?
So, I attack, and if I can, I took the equivalent of what dodge would be if I could. If I can't, it's all good.
As I said, dodge is a feat that gives you a +1 bonus to your AC.
In that case, I did nothing special. I attacked them, and that's it.
Okay. Troglodytes tried to hit you. It failed. Second one's going to stab you, King. You ready?
Yeah.
11 fails. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, King. You're up.
Sorry. I was just... Give me a second here. I'm looking to make sure that there's not actually a... Yeah, no, it's fighting defensively. Total defense. No. Fighting defensively, it's a... Okay. No, I guess there is none. I was just checking everything that gives you a dodge bonus to AC to make sure that there wasn't another action I could be taking. I will fight defensively, so whatever I roll here, -4.
Roger that.
Wouldn't have hit anyway.
Nope. Lizard is gonna do the only thing it knows how. Never mind. Anton.
All right, let's move up here and do some good.
You drop your crossbow and pick out your short sword or dagger or whatever you have?
Yes.
What weapon are you carrying, so I know for reference?
Short sword.
All right. Keep in mind, like, drawing a weapon is an action, so you cannot attack this turn.
Okay, then never mind. I disregard the roll.
All right. But you're now in the fray there. Forvel.
All right, shin kick seemed to work. Gonna get fancy with it. Arm was spinning, throws an uppercut. It's actually a a telekinetic back elbow.
Well,
told you.
Hypothesis failed.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Again, it's the dice. I've come to expect this from this ability that should work.
Troglodyte tries to bite you as you try to do your elbow and misses.
I mean, at the very
Other
least, we're all failing.
Other Troglodyte tries to stab you, King, and misses because they suck.
The only
Go ahead.
downside to us all failing is that my life is literally on a timer.
Yep.
What
Like,
what makes this also worse is that we're basically at a stalemate.
Okay, is there a reverse? Is there a total attack?
You know, that one I don't know. Let me double check.
I just closed the combat sheet, so I don't remember.
I love it. You're like, screw this.
Well,
I think you need a feat power attack for that kind of thing.
yeah, I don't have that.
That
Yeah,
probably
my
is-
browser's
that
being
probably is a
weird,
power attack
where
feat.
things are loading wrong, so that's why I closed that. I wasn't like, fuck it. I was like, okay. Don't wait for this. Close it now. Alright, I'll just
That's,
attack normally
yeah.
then. I'll just attack normally then, and I'll take the -2 AC.
I'm looking it up right now. It's
I've
basically
missed.
it's
I
a
have
full.
one telekinetic fist left.